Hey everybody, this is Trey Stewart, the Republican leader in the Maine Senate, joined this week for the Republican Vision series by my friend Jeff Timberlake, who is the state senator from Androscoggin County. And Senator Timberlake serves on the Veterans and Legal Affairs Committee and is the lead on that committee, as well as the Government Oversight Committee. Jeff, great to have you with us this week.
And it's great to be here, Senator Stewart.
So child welfare is something that makes a lot of headlines in Maine, unfortunately, usually when things go really poorly and results in tragedy that we read about. And I think for folks that are listening, I think it'd be helpful to just have a baseline understanding of what is the state's responsibility as it relates to child welfare here in Maine.
When we look at the Office of Child and Family Services, which is in charge of our children's welfare in the state, we have different reporters that are demanded to report in specific cases when they see something go wrong, from doctors to school teachers to daycares to parents and grandparents to the police to the law enforcement. And you know, they will file a report with the Office of Child and Family Services, and then it's their job to follow up on them. And when you look back at all the reports that we get, and you get them across your desk too, from the Ombudsman's report to the federal report, and when you read those reports, if you want to take all politics out of it, they're not doing a very good job.
31 deaths last year, kids in Maine. I think, and I think you do too, one is too many. So what's happening? Like, what are some examples of what's happening out there in Maine that you're seeing come across your desk?
The federal government has this standard of reunification. The federal government wants you at 46% reunification. That's where the state is supposed to be. So I think there's a great push for reunification, and of course I want every kid reunified with their parent as long as they're sending them into a safe household, right? You know, I think we all want that. But part of the problem that I see is the forced reunification, and they sometimes overplay it. The other problem is they're supposed to, after 6 months, if they haven't done reunification, they're supposed to do a permanent removal of these children. And that's written in our laws in the state of Maine. And we got kids that are a year and a half, 2 years out that haven't had that permanent removal, so they can be adopted and moved into a safe home. And I see that as another huge part of the problem, is this isn't being done the way the law says and in a timely fashion. So these kids are left in very bad predicaments and left in the wrong household.
Everybody agrees that one kid dying in Maine, when the warning signs were there and we should have done something, is too many. I do think it's going to take a change in leadership in order for that to happen, and I thank you for your leadership on this issue, and I know you've spent many years on it. Any parting thoughts on what the future would look like under a Republican-controlled state and how we would be doing things differently?
The first thing we do is we listen to the people. We listen to the experts in the field that are telling us that we don't have enough mental health out there. There's been some stuff put forward out of the Government Oversight Committee that addresses these problems. You know, do we build a children's, for all intents and purposes, safe house, that we have a place to take these children, where the state is set up with people there to man it, and so when somebody's in distress, we have some place to go, because we don't have that today. We have to go out and find. We have children that are going to foster parents that aren't taking their medication with them, and the foster parents have no idea what they're taking for medication. We don't have any of that. We have an archaic computer system called Catardin that's a total failure that we've invested millions and millions and millions of dollars in. We got a lot of things that need to be addressed, and these are just a few, but we need to listen to the people that are in the field. And I think the first thing we would do as Republicans is listen to those people and address them, and listen to the reports from the Ombudsman to the federal government. I think it's important that we listen to those people because they're telling a true story.
Senator Timberlake, thank you for your many years of service, your leadership on this issue. I think it's incredibly important. I know there's a lot of families in Maine that appreciate what you're doing there, and the other Republicans that are serving there as well. And I know that when Republicans take control of the state, we will be implementing these reforms, and we will have a brighter future for our kids that desperately need somebody to be standing up and fighting for them. So thank you.
Well, Senator, I thank you for bringing this forward and making it part of our message, because I think it's very important, and I really thank you for your leadership within the caucus and for giving us the ability to put this message out there.